I'll say like 10 minutes tops. After 10 minutes, I'm done. Like, I'm just gonna, that's crazy. You to death. I am seriously the king of, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. I can smell your breath before you open your mouth. Let me explain. Like, you know, like I have this thing in my head where I think that one day, you know, I'm gonna poop and then it's just gonna like, just. In this video, I'm gonna tell you guys 10 weird or strange facts about me. Some of these things I've never talked about before, so if you want to get to know a little bit more about me, don't miss this video. The first weird or strange fact about me is I hate the smell of toothpaste. I know this is weird to a lot of people, but I just hate the smell of toothpaste. I do brush my teeth, obviously, but I just hate the smell. Like, if they can have like, I'm sure they have an odorless toothpaste out there, and I need to find that because it's really gross. Like, it makes me nauseous. I hate smelling it, especially on other people. Like when someone just brushes their teeth and then they like, I don't like that. It's just, it's really disgusting, okay? If you just brush your teeth, then please 10 feet, because I can't deal with the smell of toothpaste. I don't like it, okay? Another weird or strange thing about me is that, and I'm sure a lot of people do this, I know I'm not the only person that does this. I know all people take a glance at their shit before they flush. You do that. Everyone does it, okay? It's not just me. So don't look at me like that. Don't look at me like that, okay? I don't know why, but I think everyone should like just look at it. Like, you don't have to stare at it, but you should look at it to make sure that it's normal or...
Thank you.
You should look at it to make sure that it's normal, that it's the right color, the right, you know, everything. This is gross. Moving on. I eat baby food. I don't think that's... Okay, maybe that's strange, but I like baby food. I particularly like Cerelac, not Similac. It's different. It's called Cerelac, C-E-R-A-L-A-C. It's like a powder formula. You mix it with water and it turns into like a porridge type thing, and it's really, really, really good. Okay? So don't judge me, but I can't find it anywhere except on Amazon, and on Amazon they have the can like literally like this big for like almost 40 bucks. But I don't care because I really like it, and I get it, and it tastes good. It kind of reminds me of like my childhood a little bit. Don't knock it until you try it. This one is freaking weird, okay? This one is weird because, okay, I shouldn't say I'm afraid of pooping because I poop every day. I'm not afraid of pooping. I'm just afraid that, how do I say it? Okay, I just have this like, how do I say it? Like, you know, like I have this thing in my head where I think that one day, you know, I'm gonna poop and then it's just gonna like, just... Like, you know, like sometimes you have a big poop and you just feel like, oh my god, this is just going to like rip my whole, not my whole, but like my, not my whole, but like my whole, Next, I can't do it. I'm kind of convinced that my dead relatives haunt me. Okay, let me explain. So, not always in a bad way, but mostly in a bad way because, like, for example, I had a cousin that passed like a couple of years ago, and I didn't get to go to the funeral because it was back home and I was here and I couldn't go. And so they sent me a picture of her, like, in the coffin and the dress and everything. And it just so happened that the place I was living at the time, the shower curtain had the same pattern as the dress that she was wearing in the coffin. And I was just like, this is great. Like, she's basically watching me all the time. Like, I don't know. I was just weird. I was afraid to shower. I was just, yeah. I feel like things like that always happen to me. Like, and I feel like it's just them haunting me because I don't know why they would haunt me. I just feel like dead people in general. I feel like dead people just haunt me. And yeah, so I'm a celebrity in my head, okay? I don't know. Okay, like, let's say for example, like, let's say I'm with a group of friends, right? And we go out somewhere. And it just so happens that two of them end up walking in front of me. In my mind, they're my bodyguards. Like, they're my security, and they're trying to keep me from everybody else, like trying to get to me. And it's just like, you know, it's all in my head, okay? I'm a celebrity in my head. I just feel like, you know, like I picture, right? Like when I come home, I just picture that I'm... Girl, so annoying. Anyway, like the I was saying, when I come home, I just like envision myself like walking into like a mansion and like, I don't know, I'm just crazy because I just feel like one day I'm gonna, you know, maybe be a celebrity, I don't know. So I'm just practicing, okay? I'm not crazy, I'm just practicing. That's what it is, I'm practicing. So, I can smell your breath before you open your mouth. Let me explain. Because like, okay, I can kind of tell when someone's breath is stink just by looking at their mouth. I can't explain it, but I'm always right. It's just like, some people have that, just that stink breath face, like that stink breath mouth, and you know, like that, like, not all people with big lips have stink breath, but like, I feel like every time somebody has like stink breath, it's always like people with big lips. If you have big lips, I'm not saying that your breath is stink. I'm just saying, in my personal experience, I can just look at your mouth and like your face and I can just tell. I'm like, oh, you know, your breath is okay. Or like that one, I'm just like, oh my God, like I don't even, like, please, you know? And I'm usually always right. So I think that's kind of weird, but also beneficial. I'm very, like, I'm a social person, but also very antisocial at the same time. Let me explain. And okay, here's the thing. Like, I'm social when I have to be. Like, if I'm forced into a situation where it's like, okay, I have to be nice and I have to be accommodating and I just have to be social. But if we're having a conversation, whether it be in person or on WhatsApp or like whatever, whether I know you or not, whether you're like a family member or a friend, I'm usually aiming to end that conversation in like 5 minutes, because it just gets to that awkward point where it's like, you know, I don't really want to say anything else, so I'm just gonna end it with an LOL or with a, like, you know, like, okay, or I don't know. I just like 5 minutes tops and then I'm done. Like, if we have a conversation and it goes beyond 5 minutes, just know that at this point it's probably forced, because I just don't want to. I don't want to do it. Okay? Now, sometimes the conversation is good. Sometimes, you know, it's really, really good. But I say like, I'll say like 10 minutes tops. After 10 minutes, I'm done. Like, I'm just gonna, that's crazy, you to death. I am seriously the king of, that's crazy. Oh, that's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, that's crazy. Like, that's crazy. That's kind of weird in that I'm like, I'm very social, but also very antisocial all at the same time. And I can't explain it. I can't describe it. So I'm just gonna move on. If you have something in your eye or in your hair or like on your face or something, I'm not gonna tell you. And it's not because, how do I say it? I'm not trying to be shady or I'm not trying to be like, you know, mean. I feel like by me telling you, it's just gonna ruin any conversation that we're having, because now you're gonna know that I saw that thing in your eye and you're probably embarrassed, and like I'm embarrassed for you, and then I'm embarrassed for having to tell you, and now I don't want to talk to you anymore until tomorrow, until we can all just forget about this. So I just rather not say anything. But then it gets tricky, because what if someone else comes along right after like our conversation and they tell you, and then you're gonna be like, why didn't Barry tell me that thing was in my eye? And it's just because, you know, like, you know, so like I'm torn. Do I say something? Do I not say something? I choose not to say anything. I'm like, you know, whatever happens, happens. If you feel some type of way, then you just gotta feel some type of way, because that's not gonna change. I'm not gonna tell you. I'm just not gonna tell you. Now, I have told a couple people before, like, oh, there's just something like, but I don't tell you right away. Like, we'll be talking for like 7-8 minutes. So it's almost time to wrap up and for me to say, that's crazy. But right before I say that's crazy, I'll probably be like, oh, you have a little something. And then I'm gonna be like, that's crazy. You know, because at that point, I'm done. I'm done. So I think that's kind of weird about me. I don't know why I'm like that, but I'm like that. A lot of people don't know this, but I was robbed the other day. I mean, like, actually robbed, okay? I haven't even told my mother, I haven't told my sister, I haven't told my dad, I haven't told my aunts, uncles, cousins. I think I told like one person, 2 people, but yeah, it was like 3 weeks ago and I was robbed. I was basically going somewhere to buy something from somebody, and we agreed that I was gonna pay in cash. So I went to the bank and I got the cash, and it was $1,400. So I worked very hard for that $1,400. And when I got there, not gonna get into any details, but yeah, the person basically robbed me. So I'm just gonna say, this is the disclaimer, if you're out there buying stuff on Facebook Marketplace, Kijiji, Craigslist, whatever it is, just be careful. And always take somebody with you if you can. And don't just take somebody with you, but when you actually go to see what it is that you, like, both of you or all of you go together. Don't go by yourself. Whether it's daytime, nighttime, whatever it is, because this happened in broad daylight, okay? Yeah, just be careful out there. I did file a police report that same day, but I haven't heard from the police yet. And they said they would get back to me within 5 days. It's been a lot more than 5 days, and I'm not gonna follow up with them because for me, it's a loss at this point. It's whatever, like, whatever. So, you know, like, if they want to do something about it, they'll reach out to me, but I'm not gonna follow up with them. I filed a police report twice, not once, twice. The first time I filed it, they said, okay, thank you for filing. And then they said, file it in this category instead, because this will ensure that you get a faster response from the right team in the police department. So I had that police report, then I filed another one, and still 3 weeks later, haven't heard a thing. No one's called my phone. No one sent me an email, nothing. So that's what it is. So no one really knows that, but yeah. Celebrities get robbed too, okay? That's it. That's my 10 strange facts, weird facts, funny facts, things that you didn't know about me. Now you know. So if you found any of these things interesting or weird or funny, if you have any weird, strange, or funny facts about you that you want to share, then leave it down in the comments below and let's just laugh at each other, because really, what else are we doing in quarantine? I mean, let's just make the best of it, okay? So again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time on The Poppy Show. Bye.
Damn, mommy.
I just wanna